Good morning, everybody. It's Tammy from Sea Spots Farm. And we are in our young baby and young bird grow out area. We're going to be remodeling this old workshop that's in a tobacco barn. And I'm in North Carolina. There's a lot of these, and luckily the previous owners kept this up. They changed it into a workshop from a tobacco barn. And we've got a lot of mice damage, and I don't like the pegboard. So we're going to be updating and remodeling, and if you'd like to see how that goes, I'm a one-woman show here, so it'll be just me doing this as I can. I have medical issues that keep me from really doing it, hours on end, but I can do it bit by bit and get it done. We have a heat lamp in here because it got below freezing last night and it's supposed to get down to 15 in the next, I don't know, in about 5 or 6 days. So they need to be warm, these Seramas, and I have one. I don't think I have any Kiki-Wikis out here. I have Seramas and one Campine, Bantam Campine, and pullet, I should say. These are all young birds, but there's some more of them. These are mostly silkied Seramas. I do have smooth because that's just how it goes. And I love these 5-gallon buckets. You just put one of the drinkers and a drop, and they just last a while. The flooring is shavings that are, I keep adding fresh shavings in, and it produces like a compost. And then in the spring it gets all shoveled out and gets used in the garden or wherever. But that's why it doesn't look all like fresh shavings, because it's due to be taken care of. But so for things we have our lamp, and as you can see, it's double and triple attached to that, so that's not going to fall. And I have the little chick stand for them to stand on and get some heat. This barn is heated. I have 2 oil heaters in the main part, but this part, since it's kind of separate, it's really cold. So put a heat lamp in here. I had a oil heater, and it didn't work. And who's hanging around my feet? Hello, baby. What you doing? That's the Campine, Bantam Campine. Hello, darlings. How are you? Yeah. We like a lot of color here, as you can see. That's why we called our farm Sea Spots Farm. And we put on a main food dish. One thing when you're mixing groups, because these guys didn't start in here, they started in brooders, incubators to brooders. I have a couple mamas that had their babies. And so I have various groups in here, probably 4. And then I think a miscellaneous couple that came in, and that can cause a lot of upset. So what you do is you put things in here that are they get to get away from each other. So I have this set up like this with the wood right in the middle, so it's like 2 compartments. That works real well. And then I have various feeders. There's one there, and there's one there. We have the main waterer, but when they started out, I had 3 waterers just to make sure everybody kind of got the idea. And now we're to 1, and I'm keeping an eye on making sure all of them get to have some water. Anyway, so let's check out the kids. There's a exchequer, silkied Serama. There's a smooth. We got our Campine over here again. Yes, we do. Hi, Mama. These are so friendly. They're extremely rare. They're on the endangered list, Livestock Conservancy endangered list. I'm breeding them, and this is one egg that I just brought in to hatch, and she hatched. So, and luckily it's a pullet. But anyway, this is silkied Serama. There's a real pretty girl, cockerel. red comb. Kind of hard to tell when they're young, but you can see there's a hen there, the black and white. And the little brown chick, I think, is hers. And when they're that age, you got to keep an eye on them. Make sure they're eating and drinking. But we got some more black and white and chocolate. And that's a splash. Splash boy. Then we've got two pullets here. That's that Campine. That's a... Is that a kikiriki? A little big to be a kikiriki. It might be a Serama. I'll have to check. Anyway, these are all Seramas. We got silkied mama and silkied baby. A couple of smooths. Most of my smooths will be for sale. I do keep some to keep the type and colors going. But there they are. There's some all silkieds. That's probably the mama right there, the black and white in the middle. And those are her kids. Let's see if I can do this. And there's a little one behind her. So, yeah. And I believe those two hens were helpers to help hatch the chicks, so they hang around. But keep an eye on the littles. And babies. Hi, honeys. Okay. Well, I hope you all are having a good day. Good Sunday. And see you soon. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, especially as this change goes on in here. This will be fun. Take care. Bye.